Hey guys, we're back again. We're here at Epcot to continue what we started last week, which is our first visit to Epcot ever. This time, we're gonna make our way back to France and try to get on standby on Ratatouille. After that, we'll see how much time we have to kill until our boarding pass time for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is at 11. So let's head on over to France to Ratatouille. I was here for rope drop. I actually expected it to be a lot more exciting than it was. So much for that. I'm kind of glad I didn't bother to record it, but one of my goals today, besides riding Guardians of the Galaxy, is to try some of these dishes that are available on the colorful Cuisine Walk. From what I understand, there are about 50 different items, 50 new items that are on the menu this year. And definitely no way that we're gonna get to all of them today, but if we can do maybe 3 to 5, that'll be good. So it's just a matter of me trying to figure out where I wanna start, but this menu kind of gives me a heads up as to what is available. So I decided to walk counterclockwise this time, and the first country we come to is Canada. I have no idea what these landmarks are. Like I said, this is my first visit, so I've got a lot to learn. I guess they hold shows here at the mill stage. L'Estrade du Moulin? I don't know. I don't speak French. Not sure where we are, but I would assume this is still Canada, or perhaps have we moved into Germany? Or maybe we're in Ireland. Oh my gosh, I need to get my app. Or are we in England? Okay, famous fish and chips, we are in England. Well, this is a pretty sight. You can see the Eiffel Tower in the back. Obviously, we're approaching exactly where we need to be, France. Let's keep going. And we have finally made it to France. Let's take a look at this menu. Croissant à la truffle noire d'Hiver, a black winter truffle croissant. We have a plant-based Napoleon with beets, cashew herb filling, pepper pine nut sauce, and balsamic vinegar caviar. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this dessert looks like. Molten chocolate and hazelnut cake with pure origin Valrhona chocolates and passion fruit mango sauce. That sounds interesting. And then we have a few alcoholic beverages here at the bottom. Okay. Well, it looks like this is the end of the queue for Ratatouille. We might as well get right in line. We've got plenty of time to kill before our boarding pass for Guardians. All right, guys, here we are. We are in the standby line for Ratatouille. We are on our way inside for the very first time. I am so excited. This is so cool. Okay, we are finally inside. There's the Gusteau sign. It looks like we're on the roof.
Remember, food always comes to those who love to cook, but not to those who are ready to do.
So here we are, rooftop on top of Gusteau's at night. It's a really, really nice part of the queue here. And here's some interesting details, a lot of art. I'm honestly not familiar with the movie, so I have no idea whose art studio this is, but it's kind of cool. Okay, and here we are at the 3D glasses pickup station. We're getting close, guys. We are getting close. All right, now we've got our first glimpse of the ride vehicles. We are almost there. And there's Daisy Duck out with guests. We've got Minnie Mouse also taking pictures with guests. All right, guys, we have entered the queue for Cosmic Rewind.
Are constantly evolving to handle the growing needs of both our civilian and overboard fleets. When it comes to feeding our fleet, NovaCore pilots fly by mechanical motion capture and intuition. Thank you.
All right, here we go into the next room, and I'm assuming this is where we're gonna have the first pre-show. Sure if we're allowed to record, so for this first ride I'm just going to put it up and enjoy the ride, and I'll be back after it's all done. All right, guys, now that we've ridden Ratatouille, I think we do a little exploring and then think about what I'm going to have for lunch. So I've walked around this entire pavilion and I'm still not sure what I want to eat, but I've come back around to El Arista Hambriento, and I think we're gonna try the Jurache de Champiñones. I think I said that right. And then a bottle of water. I don't think I'm gonna get an alcoholic beverage just yet, so let's stick with the water for now. All right, we've got our dish. Let's go taste it. So this dish has pinto beans, guajillo chile, oyster mushrooms. Let's dig in and see how it tastes. I thought you would need a knife and fork for this, but you really don't. This is basically finger food. Let's see how it tastes. This is good. As tasty as this dish was, word to the wise, don't try these little dishes expecting to get full off of just one. This is literally finger food. So if you're wanting like a full meal, you're gonna probably have to hit as many of these booths as possible. Otherwise, you may wanna consider just going to one of the regular restaurants and have a sit-down meal. It was good, but like I said, it's just finger food. It's like a really light appetizer. So let's move on to the next booth and see what else there is to try. So I just got finished riding Cosmic Rewind a little while ago. Absolutely amazing. I went into it not knowing what to expect. I mean, I knew that it was a roller coaster. I knew that it was dark for most of the ride, but I didn't know much more than that. Absolutely amazing. I compare it to the kind of fun that Hagrid's is. So if you've ridden Hagrid's before over at Islands of Adventure, then that type of fun is the same type of fun that you'll have on Cosmic Rewind. I wouldn't compare the two because they're two completely different type of coasters, but the fun that you have is very similar. Absolutely enjoyed it. So I highly recommend it. If you've never ridden Cosmic Rewind, you are definitely in for a treat. After that little appetizer, I still want something to eat, but I'm kind of torn as to whether or not I want to go to just a regular sit-down place. There's a little restaurant over in the Morocco section that I kind of want to go try out. I saw a few things on the menu that I really like, so I'm gonna make one more pass going around clockwise, and then I'll figure it out from there. So let's keep walking, guys. This plant-based bratwurst looks really good. This is at the refreshment outpost, and let's see what it has on it. There's spicy turmeric aioli, coffee barbecue jackfruit, and slaw. So honestly, I'm kind of torn. This sounds really good. This is right up my alley, so I don't know if I should try this or should I just keep going and walk over to the Moroccan restaurant. Decisions. All right, there's our bratwurst. Let's go find someplace to have a seat and try this out. So I chose the path of least resistance. I decided to stay where I was, and I got the bratwurst. I figured it would be a lot easier to just kind of stay in this area because there happen to be a lot of open seating, and I didn't want to run a risk of going way down there, the restaurant be crowded, not being able to get a seat. So I got the bratwurst, and this looks pretty filling, so let's see what it tastes like. This is actually really tasty. The only thing is that it's a little bit difficult to hold in your hand like a hot dog. I think there's the fixings are, you know, piled on really high, so it's a little difficult to get a good grasp on. So I would definitely recommend using a knife and fork if you had one. I don't have one. I didn't think to get one before I got my seat, but that's okay. I'm gonna manage. It's actually a lot easier to manage without all the fixings. But it's really good. Let's take a listen to this mariachi band.
I could always be something bigger like Commodore, but I think Captain fits me fine.
Not sure of that, but good luck.
Good luck to you as well. Maybe our paths will cross again on some other stormy sea.
And there he goes, Captain Jack himself. This is a character meet and greet dream come true. Mary Poppins is here. We just got finished seeing Captain Jack Sparrow. Mission accomplished, guys. We did what we came to do. We tried 2 dishes and I'm satisfied. So we'll definitely come back another day and try a few more things while the festival is still here. So until then, let's make our way back to World Celebration. So the first time I came to Epcot last week, I intended on stopping at Guest Relations to pick up a physical annual pass card because right now I just have the e-card and I forgot to do it. So I'm here now, I just picked it up and this is what it looks like. So I just like to have one on hand just for peace of mind. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using the e-pass that I have, but I just prefer to have something physical. I guess I'm kind of used to the way Universal does things and I have a physical card. Being accustomed to having a physical card the way Universal Studios does things, I just feel better having one, so it's no biggie. You can consider it a backup. You never know what'll happen if you run out of battery on your phone and you just can't. Maybe you don't have Wi-Fi and you can't get into your phone to access your e-pass. That physical pass will save the day. So there you have it. Hey guys, I am back in the car. Woo, what a day. I have literally been here all day. This is like a full 9-hour day at Epcot. First off, I just want to say what an amazing day I had. This was another solo trip. And the goal for today was to do the things that I didn't get to do last week on my very first trip to Epcot. I had a virtual queue, a boarding pass for Cosmic Rewind last week, but because of the time that it was scheduled for, I wasn't able to stay in the park to make it. So I just had to basically let that one go and I couldn't come back to ride the ride. So I decided that I would come back this week and make up for it and also try to fit in Ratatouille. Ratatouille was great. I had already seen some videos of other vloggers who rode Ratatouille when it first opened, so I kind of had an idea of what it was like and it was really nice. It was such a cute ride. I think it's the perfect ride for families, for little kids. Kids are gonna love it. It was really nice. I love the graphics. It's one of those trackless vehicles, very much like Rise of the Resistance, which I have not ridden yet, but we'll save that for another video. But Ratatouille overall was absolutely amazing. Now, something that I wanted to talk about, the virtual queue system. Today, I had another virtual queue boarding pass for Cosmic Rewind, and I did that first thing this morning. 6:59, I was in the app, I had my finger on the refresh button, ready to go. So as soon as 7 o'clock hit, bam, I got my boarding pass and it was group number 22 and the estimated boarding time was 11:10. So by the time I got to Epcot, it was maybe 8:45. So I had plenty of time to make my way back to Ratatouille to get in line for that and stand by until my boarding time came for Cosmic Rewind. It was, I'd say about 9:10 by the time I got back to France and into the queue for Ratatouille. When I got there, the queue was about 60 minutes. So I said, okay, it shouldn't be too bad. But honestly, it took almost 2 hours for me to get through that queue. At some point, my boarding pass time moved up. About 9:40, 9:45, I checked my virtual queue in the app again, and it says, oh, your boarding pass has expired. Your group has already boarded. I'm like, what? I was not supposed to board until 11:10. So I was flustered, but I didn't panic, but I was panicking on the inside. Here I am in line for Ratatouille that's taking forever, and what am I supposed to do? I had this boarding pass now. It's like 2 days in a row I've tried to get on Cosmic Rewind, and I couldn't do it. So I was upset, to say the least. I was upset, but I said, okay, let me just stick this out. I'm going to stay in line and get on Ratatouille, which I did. Once I finished on Ratatouille, I made my way to the nearest guest relations, and basically they told me there was really no worries. It wasn't about the time. It's more that you have your virtual queue and you have your boarding pass. Even if your boarding group has already been called, you still are able to ride the ride, even though it's an hour or 2 hours past. They basically just told me to go to the ride and let one of the ride attendants know what happened. And I did that. And he said, oh, that's no problem. Just scan it and you're good, which I did. And there was no issues whatsoever. So for those of you who have plans to come to Epcot and to ride a ride that happens to be a virtual queue, just remember that if you don't make it back to the ride at exactly the time, or even within the hour of the time that your group is called, don't worry about it. Do what you're doing and just come back to the ride. Just let them know. And you might not even have to let them know, because I figure if my pass scanned with no issues, then you probably don't even need to let anyone know. But don't panic like I did. Everything is fine. If you miss your boarding pass, just continue to do what you're doing and then just get to the ride whenever you get to it and then proceed as instructed. Just simply scan your phone or your pass or your wristband as instructed and you're good. Now, a negative. I hate to be negative, and I'm not being negative. I'm just stating what is fact. I didn't realize that once you have one virtual queue boarding pass, depending, I guess, on how Disney decides to work things on that day, you may not be eligible to get another one for the rest of the day. And that happened to me. I only had one virtual queue or boarding pass scheduled for today, and that was for Cosmic Rewind. I had one of the groups assigned after the 7 a.m. virtual queue. I figured I'd just get another one for after the 1 o'clock virtual queue, but that didn't happen. In the app, it will tell you that you are ineligible, and I couldn't get another queue for the day. What I don't like is, I don't like that someone else dictates how many times I can ride a ride at the theme park. I'm not used to that. I've been in a virtual queue before at Universal, for example, when Hagrid's was first open. They did that a few times, but it wasn't something that happened all the time. It wasn't a regular thing. It is a good way to manage and control the crowds for a particular ride to keep things from backing up too much, but at the same time, it's really limiting. It can put a damper on someone's visit to the park. Like, I've been here all day, and I think the idea of only riding one particular ride once the entire day it's just kind of crazy to me. I don't like that. So I don't know if Disney's going to continue to do this forever. I hope not, but this is the one system that just really gets to me. And I hate that, you come to a park and you spend the entire day and you only get to ride one of the best rides of the park, one of the most popular rides, something that people, fly from other states, from other countries to do, and you only get to do it once. That's crazy to me. So if you guys want to chime in on that whole thing, please let me know your thoughts about that in the comments. To me, it's just, I just don't like it. And I hope that it does go away at some point. So that's that. Overall, I had a great day. I love Epcot. Epcot was really fun. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. I think it's really impossible to fit everything in one day. I've been here for 2 days and it's still impossible to get everything in. So I don't know when I'm going to come back to Epcot, but it will be soon. And I think I'm going to try to plan out my day a little bit better than what I did. Maybe I can do a little bit more. But overall, I'm very satisfied. I'm happy with what I did see, what I did get to do. I got to try a few food items from the Food and Arts Festival. That was great. Well, I guess that pretty much covers everything today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I had a blast. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the sights here at Epcot Center. I'm looking forward to my next trip here. I do have some things planned for future videos, and that involves another Disney park. We're going to actually hit all the Disney parks now that I'm a pass holder. I'm ready to hit all the parks. So the next one will probably be Hollywood Studios. I'm really anxious to ride Rise of the Resistance. That ride looks absolutely amazing. And now that I know what the trackless vehicle system is like, being that I've written Ratatouille, I'm really looking forward to checking out Rise of the Resistance. So be looking out for that in an upcoming video. So until then, thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe, share, comment, and click the bell notification so that you never miss out. So until the next video, you guys take care. Bye.